Noligent here at Felix's. Good stuff in here, yeah.
Welcome to Noligent. Let the good times roll. In this episode of our French Quarter New Orleans restaurant review vlog, feast with me on some great New Orleans seafood with fried shrimp, fried oysters, and raw oysters in the New Orleans French Quarter at Felix's Restaurant and Oyster Bar for a New Orleans Creole food restaurant review video, starting off here at their entrance at 208 Bourbon Street. And they really have some beautiful space in here. And they have more space around the corner that we're also going to explore. But one of the most wonderful things about this little area is they do have a great upstairs we're going to go and explore to see some beautiful views. There are currently 5 locations of Felix's restaurant, including 3 Louisiana locations, including this one in the New Orleans French Quarter, the New Orleans Lakefront and Mandeville, along with locations in Gulfport, Mississippi, and Pensacola Beach, Florida. So as we get to the top of the stairs, you can see they've got quite a nice area set up here. And they rent this out during Mardi Gras time to have some good times with open bar and a little buffet station. So this is a great little spot to go watch some wonderful, insane, crazy Bourbon Street fun during carnival time. We've got Galatoire's restaurant right there in front of us. I've spent a lot of time over there. And so this is a great little spot to come and see a lot of fun down on Bourbon Street during our wilder and more crazy times. It's still pretty calm these days with all of the ongoing situation with certain health conditions. But overall, it's nice to see it a little calm every now and then. So they've got the bar set up right here nicely and a good little painting on your way down the stairs again. Now we've got to head around the corner to the other entrance, where this is a very special entrance that I've spent most of my time at for my visits to Felix's. As Felix's Restaurant and Oyster Bar in the French Quarter has been a long-time local secret, as their other entrance is right across the street from the unusually crowded Acme Oyster House. And when long lines were waiting in front of Acme, you often could just walk right into Felix's. But now more tourists have discovered Felix's, so there will occasionally be lines at both Acme and Felix's these days. I do have previous videos on Acme Oyster House you might want to check out, but here's Felix's and in all its glory. As we look around here, this is Iberville Street, and right there is Acme Oyster House across the street. Now, if you see a line there, always check at Felix's, because sometimes you can just get right in with no wait at all and no line here. So while the line might be long at Acme, very often it'll be way shorter or no line at Felix's. I also have another video in the works for Felix's Lakefront location, so stay tuned for that. And as we walk down here, you can see they've got a lot more neon light decorations than Acme does across the street, so you get a little more bling bling for your experience here. So we're going to go to the entrance on 739 Iberville Street here, and here we are. Let's go ahead and head on inside here and check this place out. So, of course, they've got the placement with their name on it when you first walk in, and then this is the big, huge oyster bar, which this is the place to be, in my opinion. This is just the old school oyster bar, and it's a pleasure to be at. They also have this other room that I've eaten at quite a few times, but it's inactive now due to lack of staffing. Here we are back at the oyster bar again, and we're going to take us a nice little seat there at the bar and look around. And they do have not a whole lot of people in here today, unfortunately. But I'm going to be able to check out their good selection of draft beer here and ponder on what I should eat today. I would like a beer, but I got other stuff to do today, so I probably can't enjoy a beer with my oysters, unfortunately. And when you sit up here at the oyster bar, it's definitely pretty much mandatory to try some oysters, I'd say. But let's look at the menu first. So we've got starters with crab cake, shrimp cocktail remoulade, Louisiana alligator blackened or fried, fried crab fingers, fried pickles, fried meat pies, fried crawfish pies, crab dip, barbecue shrimp, fried crawfish tails. Then we have salads with garden salad, lettuce wedge salad, Caesar salad, and seafood salad. Then we've got oysters with oysters on the half shell, char grill, buffalo oysters, oysters Rockefeller, oysters Bienville, oysters de jour, and oysters half Rockefeller and half Bienville. Traditional New Orleans favorites, red beans and rice in a cup or bowl size with andouille sausage. Jambalaya cup or bowl with shrimp, Italian sausage, chicken and smoked sausage. Crawfish etouffee cup or bowl, barbecue shrimp. Bayou sampler platter with red beans, jambalaya, and etouffee. Shrimp and grits, seafood gumbo, turtle soup, oyster artichoke soup, and soup trio, a taste of seafood gumbo, turtle soup, and oyster artichoke, and pasta du jour. And then we have from the grill, grilled or blackened, choice of 2 sides, catch of the day, Gulf shrimp, chicken breast, redfish, and stuffed redfish. Then we have po' boys and sandwiches, served with french fries. All sandwiches come dressed, mayo, lettuce, tomato, pickles. The Felix special, shrimp and oyster, shrimp po' boy, oyster po' boy, soft-shell crab po' boy, gator po' boy, blackened or fried. Fried fish po' boy, half po' boy inside, with shrimp, crawfish, fried fish, or oyster with side of etouffee, jambalaya, gumbo, or red beans. Barbecue shrimp po' boy, grilled chicken sandwich, fish tacos, and shrimp tacos. And then we have add-ons with grilled chicken, fried soft-shell crab, grilled or fried shrimp, sauteed crab meat, fried oysters, crawfish tails, French quarter sauce, scampi sauce, and Minware sauce. Then we have Felix's USDA certified Wagyu beef with a hamburger, cheeseburger, roast beef po' boy, or cut of the day. Then we have platters with fried shrimp and oyster platter, fried fish platter, fried shrimp and fried fish platter, fried soft-shell crab platter, fried seafood platter with shrimp, oysters, and fried fish. And you can add a fried soft-shell crab, a fried oyster platter. Then a la carte side orders with french fries, sweet potato fries, onion rings, sauteed vegetables, coleslaw, cheesy grits. Desserts, New Orleans bread pudding with whiskey sauce, Creole pecan pie, New York style cheesecake, chocolate or raspberry, key lime pie, and then a selection of beverages. So you might have already guessed, I'm getting some raw oysters to start out with. So I got a half dozen, which it's a half dozen New Orleans count, which sometimes at the oyster bar, you'll get a few more than you expect for a little bonus leg. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at these beautiful, huge oysters. These are looking so plump, juicy, and delicious. I can't wait to dig in. Oh, these are lovely, wonderful, delicious shellfish. They've got plenty more back there. They're shucking hard to dig. Look at this. Oh yeah, I can't wait to dig into this. Oh, it's beautiful, and here's the taste. Nice and salty, very delicious. So they give you all those lemons on the side. So just a pro tip, if you squirt the lemon on the raw oyster, you're gonna kill all the saltiness. So if you like the saltiness, don't use the lemon. Put a little horseradish on there. You can do a little hot sauce. I don't really like to cover it up too much with anything else though. The lemon can be nice sometimes if your oysters are not particularly salty and you want some extra flavor on there. That's a good time to get the citrus flavor. And then the cocktail sauce just isn't something I enjoy. I just like them raw and salty generally. Now, some oysters can sometimes have other flavors based on the environment they're in, which you can also enjoy very nicely. But that cocktail sauce will probably cover those flavors up, so you gotta learn to enjoy the flavor of the oyster. Ooh. So just like I've destroyed these oysters, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know what you thought about these great oysters. And while you're down there, check out the link to my Patreon account. I do work for tips, so I appreciate any help with that. And there's plenty more delicious oysters right here. Oh, this is literally an oyster paradise, and they're all so beautiful this visit. So to continue with the seafood feast, I got a fried shrimp and oyster platter. Oh, this is very nice looking. These shrimp are really good sized. Oh, and fried perfectly. A lot of great flavors here. Some very wonderful shrimp. And then look at this beautiful oyster. Oh, fried perfectly. Crunch is amazing. Everything is really good in there. It's so creamy in the middle. So just the fantastic batter on the outside with the crunchiness and the creaminess of the oyster inside of it combined to make such a wonderful flavor. And then of course another wonderful shrimp. So these are just really nice size. I think we're peak of the season for both the shrimp and the oyster right now. Every bite of this stuff is just amazing. The crunchiness of the batter on both the shrimp and oysters is just perfectly fried. The interior of this oyster is just nice and creamy at the perfect temperature. They don't overcook it. It's not tough at all. Everything is exactly where it should be. They perfected the art of deep frying seafood here. These shrimp all have wonderful flavors. They're not chewy or rubbery at all. Look at all of this heat and steam coming off of them. They're full of flavor, juicy, delicious. Every bite, it's just such a pleasure. Every one of these pieces of seafood are just magnificently cooked. They really know what they're doing here at Felix's. They've been around for over 70 years and got their start back in the 1940s. And here's a hush puppy. Let's see. Sometimes the hush puppy's got surprises inside, but this one's a plain Jane one. Nothing really extra in there. It's like maybe a little piece of corn got on my fork, though, so we could have some corn in there. Okay, here's the French fries. And yes, just as I expected, perfectly fried French fry, just like all the other items were perfectly fried. We've also got a little side of some coleslaw, so let's taste this and see how they've done with that. It's kind of a plain Jane coleslaw, nothing special, more of a mayonnaise base. I like a vinegar base more myself, but that's okay for coleslaw. Look at this huge, beautiful oyster. They've given me so many wonderful oysters and shrimp in here. This is a magnificent platter. Oh yes, so I've just really enjoyed this meal. Everything's been perfectly cooked. I'm so happy. These oysters are really large size and they just fry so perfectly at the size they're at now. Every bite has just made me so just over the top happy with the flavor on my taste buds in my mouth. This thing is just perfect. This is certainly a sad thing to come to the end of. Only one French fry left, and oh, just like I've totally destroyed the seafood platter, go ahead and destroy the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up, comment below, let me know what you thought about these amazing fried shrimp and oysters. While you're down there, make sure to check out the link to my Patreon account. I do work for tips, and I appreciate any help with that. So, the bill arrived, and the total was $41.81 before tip. Thanks so much to everybody at Felix's Oyster Bar for the amazing oysters and fantastic fried seafood. And thanks so much to all of you out there for tuning into the NOLA Gent channel, especially to my Patreons. And if you would remember to share this video with any of your friends or contacts, it really would help me with the YouTube algorithm. And make sure to tune in next time for more good food, good times, and good people. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you would just click on the little circle here with a picture of my head in there and subscribe to the NOLA Gent channel, it would really help me a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you.